Monopoly. The world's most famous board game is now Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players, Patrick, Rebecca, and Mike. Here comes our hostess, Kathy Davis. And here's the host of Monopoly, Mike Riley.
Thank you, and welcome to Monopoly, the quickest, richest game on television. But folks, we're not going to give the money away, we're going to make them earn it. Now players, this is it. In just a little while, one of you three will be playing for $25,000 in cash. And I might add, if you do the right thing, it could be a $50,000 bonus. But for now, I'm going to keep that a secret because now we're going to acquire properties by going around the board, playing very deductive crossword puzzle type clues. At the same time, we'll be assembling monopolies to get those big rents with houses and hotels. So let's go. The big bucks await you. Let's start with Mediterranean Avenue with a property value of $60. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter M. The letter M. Here is your first clue. Dog sled directory. Mike. Mush. Mush is correct, Mike. Let's turn Mediterranean Avenue green. $60 into your bank. We move on to Baltic Avenue, a $60 property. Here's your next clue. Street lid. Rebecca.
Manhole cover.
Manhole cover is correct, Rebecca. We're going to turn Baltic Avenue gold. $60 goes into your bank. And Patrick, you're going to watch them battle this one out. For Mike and Rebecca, one more correct answer will take control of that Monopoly. If you are ready, hands next to your buzzers. Your correct answer still begins with the letter M. Here is your clue. Opeyville. Mike. Mayville. Mayberry.
Mayberry.
Mayberry is correct, Rebecca. It was in there, Mike. You couldn't pull it out. Rebecca, we're going to turn them gold. That Monopoly is yours. We had the value of both of those properties. $120 goes into your bank. And we move over to Oriental Avenue, a $100 property. Everybody's involved now. Correct answer still begins with the letter M. Here's your clue. Whale tail. Rebecca. Patrick.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick is correct, Patrick. Let's turn Oriental Avenue red, and $100 goes into your bank, Patrick. And Rebecca, I must apologize. You are penalized for wrong answers. We're going to take $100 back, but I'll keep it right here next to me. I know you'll be back for it. We're moving on to Vermont Avenue, another $100 property. Here is your next clue, players. Mathis's damp pit. Nobody got in there. Misty, Misty, a little bit tricky. Oh, a collective groan. No harm, no foul. Nobody gets Vermont Avenue. It's available for the next correct answer. However, we will slash the value of the property in half. It is now for Vermont Avenue and $50. Correct answer still beginning with the letter M. Here is your clue. Wool chewers. Mike. Moths. Moths is correct, Mike. Let's turn Vermont Avenue green. You put $50 into your bank. And go on to Connecticut Avenue with a $120 value. Here is your clue. Suds City. Patrick.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Very well done, Patrick. Connecticut Avenue turns red. $120 goes into your bank. And Rebecca, you're going to get a chance to catch your breath, sit back, and watch the gentlemen fight this one out head-to-head. Patrick, you have 2 properties and a 3-property monopoly. You need 1 correct answer to take it. Mike, in order to take control of this one, you need 2 in a row. If you gentlemen are ready, hands next to your buzzers. Here is your clue. Gilligan's Dinghy. Mike.
I don't know.
Oh, Mike, the incorrect answer automatically gives Patrick the credit. Patrick, that is a Monopoly. The correct answer is Minnow, Mike. Minnow is what we were looking for. Let's turn them all red, and we're going to put the value of that entire Monopoly into your bank, Patrick. You're going to pick up $320 as we turn the corner to St. Charles Place. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter K. Command for Kate. Mike, kiss me. Kiss me, you mad, passionate fool. Way to go, Mike. Let's turn St. Charles Place green. Put $140 into your bank. 4 States Avenue and $140. Here is your clue, players. Roots, main man. Mike.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte. You broke it out of there, Mike. Let's turn State Green. Put another $140 into your bank. For Virginia Avenue and $160, players. Here is your clue. Barbie's doll. Patrick.
Ken.
Patrick, in a race to the buzzers. Very well done. Virginia Avenue turns red. 160 into your bank, Patrick. Rebecca, take time, collect your thoughts. The gentlemen are going to fight this one out. This time, Mike, you have 2. You need 1 correct answer to take over this Monopoly. Patrick, you're going to need 2 in a row to stop him. If you're ready, hands next to your buzzers. Here is your clue. Correct answer begins with the letter K. Brew barrel. Patrick.
Keg.
Keg is correct. You just beat him to the buzzer on that one. The next correct answer takes control of this Monopoly. Here's your clue. Scotch skirt. Mike, Kilt. Kilt is correct, Mike. That's the Monopoly. Lexington Green. Very well done, Mike. And the combined value of those three properties is $440 into your bank, Mike, and that puts you in the lead as we move on to St. James Place for $180 in control of St. James Place players. Here is your clue. Everybody is back in it. Feline poker starter. Mike, kitty. The kitty is correct. Mike, you solved that one well. Turn it green, put $180 into your bank. Tennessee Avenue and $180 for the next correct answer. Here is your clue, players. Camelot candidate. Rebecca.
Kismet.
Incorrect. Patrick.
Kennedy.
Kennedy is correct. John F. Kennedy with a turn Tennessee red. Put $180 into your bank, Patrick, and move on to New York Avenue and $200. Here is your clue. Hound Hotel. Mike. Kennel. Kennel is correct, Mike. Turn it green. $200 into your bank, Mike, and that gives you two. Rebecca, I hate to say it, I'm sick about it, but you're going to have to watch the gents fight this one out again. Mike, you've got two properties. You need one correct answer. Patrick, you're going to need two. That stealing feeling. Patrick.
Kleptomania.
Kleptomania, you were in before the buzzer, Patrick. That is one. That is one. Correct answer takes this Monopoly. Your clue. Joey Baby. Mike.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo is correct. Mike, that is the Monopoly. Turn them all green. Add up the value, put $560 in your bank, and Mike, you rule this side of the board. Patrick, you're not far behind at $880, and Rebecca, you've got a little bit of ground to make up with $80. And we'll be back to see Rebecca take a run at these gentlemen in just a minute.
And now, back to Monopoly and your host, Mike Riley.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. And folks, we have got three real competitors with us here tonight. We're going to take just a minute to say hello to them. Kathy, if you'd be so kind, do some introductions.
Thank you, Michael. Our first player tonight is the red player, Patrick Jarvis, a freelance writer from Visalia, California. Next is our gold player, Rebecca Soliday, a paralegal from Berkeley, California. And our green player is Mike Cohen, a marketing executive from Douglaston, New York. Good luck, contestants. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you, Kathy, and we'll see you in just a few minutes when you come out to roll those dice for us. Players, I want to jump right back into our third block, but I must make a note here. In the heat of the battle there before, I neglected to penalize a player for a wrong answer. Rebecca, you rang in on Tennessee Avenue and gave me a wrong answer, and I hate to do it. We're going to have to take $180 from you. It'll drop you into the negatives, but don't worry about it. We're coming up to some big payoffs down the road here. The material's going to get a little trickier, but the payoffs are going to get a lot better. We're going to go right to Kentucky Avenue with a value of $220. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter V. Here is your first clue. Dust sucker. Rebecca.
Vacuum.
Vacuum is correct, Rebecca. Let's turn it gold. $220 into your bank, and just as quick as that, you're back up on the plus side. Let's go to Indiana Avenue with a value of $220. Here is your clue. Life spice. Mike.
Vermilion.
Vermilion is correct. Rebecca, Patrick.
Variety.
Variety has a spice of life, Patrick. Oh, now we know. Let's turn Indiana Avenue red. $220 into your bank, Patrick, and that pushes you over the $1,000 mark. We're going to Illinois Avenue with a value of $240. Your clue. Cowboys food. Rebecca.
Vittles.
Vittles is correct, Rebecca. Very well done. We turn Illinois Avenue yellow. $240 goes into your bank. Mike, you're going to get a chance to catch your breath here while Rebecca and Patrick fight this one out. Rebecca, you have two properties. That means you need one answer. Patrick, you need two in a row to stop her from taking those over. If you're ready, hands next to your buzzers. Here is your clue. Presidential no-no. Rebecca.
Veto.
Veto is correct. Very well done. Let's turn them all yellow, Rebecca. That is a Monopoly for you. We add up the value of those properties. We're going to put $680 into your bank. And you are over the $1,000 mark. You're just $60 off of Patrick. We're going to jump to the B&O Railroad tracks and go to Atlantic Avenue, a $260 property. Here is your clue, players. Scram. Patrick.
Vamoose.
Vamoose is correct, Patrick. Let's turn Atlantic Avenue red. Put $260 into your bank for control of Ventnor Avenue and $260. Give me the correct answer to this clue. Spots surgeon. Patrick.
Vulcan.
Vulcan is incorrect. Rebecca or Mike? Mike.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian, Mike. There it was. You made that connection, Mike. Let's turn Ventnor green. $260 into your bank for control of Marvin Gardens and $280. Give me the correct answer to this clue. Caesar's Trio. Rebecca.
Oh.
Time. Mike. Vinny, Vidi, Vinci. Incorrect. Patrick.
Vinny, Betty, Vinny.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Vini, Vidi, Vici was what we were looking for. We're afraid we're going to have to deduct $2.80 from everybody. The good news is Marvin Gardens is still up for grabs. We're going to slash the value in half. For Marvin Gardens and $140, give me the correct answer beginning with the letter V to this clue. Early turntable. Rebecca.
Victrola.
Victrola is correct, Rebecca. You're in there. Let's turn Marvin Gardens gold. Deposit $140 into your bank, Rebecca, and everybody's involved in this Monopoly. Players, I'm going to give you a toss-up clue if you're ready. Beginning with the letter V, here is your clue. Null's partner. Mike.
Boyd.
Null and Boyd is correct. Mike, now you have the choice. Do you want to go against Patrick or go against Rebecca?
I'll go against Rebecca.
You'll go against Rebecca, where you're going to take over Atlantic Avenue, scrape Patrick off of there. Patrick, take a deep breath and watch him fight it out. You now have two properties, Mike. You need one correct answer. Rebecca, you're going to need two. Put your thinking cap on. Here is your clue. Acting Lake. Rebecca.
Veronica.
Veronica Lake.
Yeah.
Very well thought, Rebecca. The next correct answer takes control of this Monopoly. Two gents from here. Mike.
Verona.
Verona, two gentlemen of Verona, Mike, and that is a Monopoly. Turn them green. We're going to turn them all green, Mike, and the combined value of those properties is $800 into your bank. We're going to turn the corner into our high-rent district for control of Pacific Avenue and $300. Give me the correct answer beginning with the letter O to this clue. Birthday specialist. Rebecca.
Occultist.
Occultist is incorrect. Patrick. Mike. Mike.
An obstetrician.
Obstetrician is correct. Mike, there you go. You had to go searching for that. Turn it green. Put $300 into his bank. Let's move on to North Carolina Avenue. A $300 value. Rebecca, they took that $300 away from you. I'm sorry. You can pick it up right here on North Carolina. The correct answer still begins with the letter O. Here is your clue. Brace Place. Rebecca.
Orthodontist.
Orthodontist is correct. Just as easy as that. You got that $300 back. Turn it gold. Put $300 back in Rebecca's bank. We move on to Pennsylvania Avenue with a value of $320. Here is your clue, players. Oahu Canoe. Patrick.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Correct, Mike. Correct, Mike. Outrigger. Outrigger Canoe. Mike, very well done. Turn it green. $320 into your bank. Patrick, you hurt yourself there. We're going to have to take $320 back from you. And you're also going to have to sit and watch and play this one out. Mike, you need one more correct answer to take that one over. Rebecca, you need two in a row to keep him from taking over that entire corner. If you are ready, hands next to your buzzers. Correct answer still beginning with the letter O. Here is your clue. From alpha to this. Rebecca.
Omega.
Omega. There you go. Beginning to end. Next correct answer takes the Monopoly. Concentrate, players. Beginning with O, your clue. Telly's Aperitif. Mike. Oh, time's up. Rebecca, you automatically get credit for that, and Rebecca, that is a Monopoly. Ouzo is what we were looking for. Ouzo, that Greek aperitif. That was a tough one, Mike. That was a tough one. Turn them all gold. Take the value of that Monopoly, $920 into your bank, Rebecca. We're going to go on to Park Place and Boardwalk, our most prestigious addresses for Park Place, and $350, players. Here is your clue. Late night actor. Patrick. Time. Rebecca. Mike. Time. Olivier. Laurence Olivier. Oh, that was a toughie. Hey, for the big money, you got to come up with a tough one. Patrick, you hurt yourself there. That's $350 out of your bank. Park Place is still up for grabs, though, with a value of $175 for the correct answer beginning with O to this clue. Lots and lots. Rebecca.
Oodles.
Oodles is correct, Rebecca. Turning yellow, $175 into your bank, a gold property for you. For Boardwalk and $400. Iceman Playwright. Rebecca.
O'Neill.
Eugene O'Neill, Rebecca, turning gold. That is a Monopoly, Rebecca. Not only do you get the $400 for Boardwalk, you also get the value of the entire Monopoly. Let's give her $400 for Boardwalk. Let's give her $750 for the whole Monopoly. Very well done, Rebecca. You've taken over first place with $3,145 and 4 Monopolies on the board. While we're away, our landlords are going to use some of their money to improve their properties with houses and hotels. We'll be right back to see how they spent in just a minute.
Welcome back to Monopoly and the Big Money Round. Once again, here's Mike Riley.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And players, it is time for the Make You or Break You round. Now, you're all going to travel around the board together, and there are hotels and houses everywhere. Let's take a minute to see what you spent on your hotels and houses. Now, Rebecca, you ended the last round with $3,145. Control of 4 Monopolies on the board. You went for hotels everywhere. You spent $2,500. That means you'll have $645 to go into our last round. Mike, you were right behind her with $2,950 and control of 3 Monopolies on the board. You opted for hotels as well. That cost you $2,250. You're going to have $700 to enter this round. Patrick, you had 1 Monopoly, and those wrong answers hurt. You had only $150. You spent it all. You put some houses on your properties. Let's see if we can build you up. We're going to go right to Kathy. Kathy, toss those dice. Okay, roll them, Kathy. A 9. That's going to take us all the way down the board to Connecticut Avenue. Charlie, what kind of money is you going to make with Connecticut in one house?
Let's start it out with $120.
$120, Patrick. Not bad. I'm going to give you a clue for you yourself only. You do not need to use your buzzer. You have 3 seconds to answer. If you cannot get an answer in 3 seconds, Rebecca or Mike can jump in and steal that rent from you. If you're ready, your correct answer will begin with the letter P. Here is your clue. Hamlin Exterminator. Mike! Pied Piper! The Pied Piper of Hamlin. Mike, you snuck in there. You stole that.